Today I am going to discuss the other aspects which was not being discussed in the previous video. Previous video we discussed the first aspect, which was responsibility for procurement. The other aspects were not discussed. Now the other aspects will be discussed in this video. The second aspect after responsibility for procurement is regulations related to competition. So the regulations relating to the competition should be in conformance. Each and every, whether it's a supplier or a buyer, should definitely duly follow that, duly adhere by the regulations. The competition should not be an unhealthy competition. A competition should always be between the supplier and buyer, a healthy competition. That is, the regulations and advice of the procurement professionals should be followed properly. Coming on to regulations relating to competition, it was always considered that there should not be any unethical behavior to be followed. Always a rational thinking should be followed and exercised, assuming that the situation can be anytime fair or unfair, right? Otherwise, if you are following an unethical practices for the competition, that will be considered as an anti-competitive behavior. What can be the various main policies covering the procedures to reduce the risk of unfair competition? It can be intellectual property rights, which can prevent the competitors in copying the new ideas, as it will be registered by the name of inventors, right, for a period of time. Cartels are also can reduce the risk of unfair competition, as it prevents risk price fixing, limiting supply and agreement to avoid competition. Merger controls to control mergers within the business to maintain competition. So as to maintain a fair competition, there should be a control on the mergers. Whereas there should not be monopolies, that one particular person or one particular company is playing in the market by raising the prices. It will not be an ethical practice being followed. So as to avoid one organization having the sole control over the market, that should not be there. So these all should be the policies which can reduce the risk of unfair competitions into the market. Coming on to second aspect, level of delegated authority. Now, level of delegated authority as a third aspect of the policies and procurement should be displayed in a hierarchical manner. In a hierarchical manner, everything has to be displayed, like who is responsible for certain commodities which could be used in the state. How much is the value of an individual that has an authority to approve that place order? Who whom to approach to place the order? Whom to approach for the approval of the order? All those things should be very clear. Then this is the example. You can see that chart, which is shown in a hierarchical order for the delegation of the authority. Like supreme authority here is a director of procurement services. Under them, there is a manager and supply a diversity and environmentally responsible purchasing. Under him, there will be a strategic purchasing manager, a e-procurement manager, and a commodity manager. And then under them, there will be several managers, senior purchasing agents, on all those things. So this hierarchical chart is an example of the level of authority to be delegated. Coming on to responsibility for the stages of sourcing process or the procurement process. That is, who is going to take a decision? Who is going to take a decision for the procurement process, right? All these things has to be clearly found out. Coming on to next, in how invoice clearance and payment has to be made. So a proper procedure has to be followed for the suppliers invoices to be cleared and passed on to the payment, which has to be done in the three-way check, checking the invoices with what has been delivered, and then cross-checking the thing with what has been actually ordered. So what has been actually ordered should be checked with the invoice as what are the rates and the prices, and then again it has to be checked with what has been actually received. Otherwise, deviations may happen. So this procedure to outline it should be checked before clearing the invoices to be paid on the account of the department. So what are the main points or elements to be checked for? Quantity received, price invoiced, tax rate applied, transport cost, and payment terms. These all should be clearly checked. Coming on to the end of the aspects which should be included in the policies in the procurement process. So these were the four others. Altogether, there have been the five aspects which should be there in the policy for procurement process, which has been explained here. So thank you for listening.